Alright guys, I'm going to try my hand at this video, audio, talkie thing, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start kind of simple here and excuse any mess ups because I'm going to make a lot of them. But anyway, we'll take a look here at my Jet City Custom 22. This was the Martin Kidd sort of modded one initially from the factory, but I changed it over. It now has the Epic Amplification Cap Crunch and Silver Hammer mods. It also has various switches here, as you can see, added. The standard ones are the channel switch, the bright switch, and the mid boost. And those all do exactly what they're supposed to do. This here is for the Captain Crunch mode. This essentially switches it between, I call it 70s and 80s, or Plexi and 800. So you get a little more gain in the 800 mode, you get a little more clarity in the Plexi mode. This here is just an additional gain, not a gain stage, but just a different cap. It switches in and out. That kind of gives it just a little more hair or a little less, kind of use it to taste. This is the diode clipping switch. So if you want diode clipping, you have it, but it does drop the volume pretty significantly. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of start at the middle here. Negative feedback too. So if you want something, this basically just rounds off the top end. I usually keep it pretty wide open, but depending on what you're going for, you can take off some of the presence. We'll start kind of in the middle here, find sort of a good gain sound, and then go through the little bit of the sweep of the knobs here. So this again is about halfway on the gain in 70s mode. Very much what you would expect from kind of a Plexi type amp. If we bump the gain back some, it cleans up pretty nicely. Not too bad. And we bump it up more, about halfway or so. It's kind of where I usually use it. Good crunchy sound. And if you want all the way up, get this. Again, pretty good range of gain you have there. And we're going to bump it back to about 7. Like I said, that's kind of where I use it. And we could sort of check out the knobs here. We'll just start with treble, I guess. So for me, the sweet spot seems to be around like 5 or 6. It's generally where I keep it. Let's try the mids now. Bump those down around a quarter of the way. Scoop them out. And we'll boost them up to about 3/4. And finally all the way. So the sweet spot for me kind of is between about 3 and 6, depending on what you're after, what type of tone you're after. I usually keep it, like I said, around 4, 5, anywhere in there. And bass. So, use it to taste, whatever you want. Again, I'm usually around 5-ish. Presence, take a look at that. around 6 is where I like it. Negative feedback, again, this will, razor kind of shave off the top end some. I keep it pretty wide open for a Marshall type sound, but I back it off some. Nah. We keep it all the way open. And if we want to hit with a boost, kick on the Boss SD1 here. Again, it's just set up like a standard boost, gain off, level max, tone around 1 o'clock. And that's pretty much the Plexi channel. So let's try the JCM 800 channel. We'll bump everything back to sort of noonish here, and we'll kind of go through it a little quicker because just because it's my video and I can do what I want. Okay, so now we're in 800 mode. Again, everything at noon. Back it off here. Bump it up to about 6. Again, I keep it around 6 and 7. And all the way. So we're going to keep it around 6. The sweep knobs do basically all the same thing. Not really going to go through that again. But we'll kick the boost on here and you can kind of see what it sounds like with that. And I'll kind of go to what I like the settings at for one sort of final hurrah, I guess. And that is the Captain Crunch channel of my Custom 22. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll get better at this as time goes on, but I don't know. Let me know. Thanks. Okay, make the symbol.